All right, I'm gonna film it and then I'm gonna put the example up as a sticker. But I was trying to try and treat it as like a riddle. So trying to do like different things to try to figure how I can pull code. So I was playing. He says the poem's all you need, and like I feel like I can come close to solving the poem with two different solves. It's not necessarily about the solve itself. It's about the fact that I feel good about things, but I still don't know how it would take me to an exact point to make it a retrieval. So like there's got to be something hidden even deeper, or coordinates, or something like that. So I'm just trying to think differently. So like one thing is like he talked about 20 degrees and so like angles and like that, clock times, and like the direction of things all seems like it could be important. So that is one thing I focused on. Is like I checked. It's obviously centered. The orientation is obviously like centered, but it's every measured rhyme, which I think alludes to the fact that like he chose the lengths, he chose the style, the structure, like all those things intentionally, which makes sense that he would do that because he had an awful long time to plan it. Like he had a plan in mind, and then when he wrote it in 4 to 6 hours, he executed that plan. But it's not to say that he didn't think anything like before that, I would say. No, Pixel, do not crash this. All right, sorry. Yeah, Pixel. Yeah, okay. Anyway, what was I saying? This happens too much. Oh, yes, we're talking about the poem, and we're talking about how they don't line up. So, theoretically, if you took the center of the sea from Can You Find What Lives in Time, the sea, and you just drew a line down, like, what do you get? And there's only really two that are flush with each other. That would be the first one and the last one, which is ironic, because that's where both of the M dashes are in the first section and the last section. It's interesting that they appear to have some sort of link in a different way. And then if you actually connect what the two initials are, you would get CT. Obviously, I think that's a medical procedure. However, I will say, I bet you that he got a CT scan when he crushed his face into the pavement to make sure he didn't have a brain bleed or something like that. If it was to the point that Brandon was asking if he was going to die, like I'm going to imagine he had a CT scan, which is interesting. And then there happens to be two letters that one falls to the left of the line and then one falls to the right of the line. And those two numbers or two letters would be A and I. AI, obviously, and that's also how you spell Aiden. Not that I'm insinuating anything. I'm just AIDAN. That's how you spell Aiden. And AI. There's also an AI Dan, but that's a separate conversation. Maybe. I don't know. Pish posh. And then you have a D. The D is not even in the realm of being on the line. The A is a little to the left. The D is a little, no. The A is a little bit to the left. The I is a little to the right. The C and the T are right on point, and then you have a D that is way to the right, way east. Direction. East. I don't know if that's true. I just thought of it now. But anyway, it's a D. Double arcs. They're all by themselves. They're not with the rest. I don't know what that means, but that's what I got. Got limited time. Gotta go. Good day.